everyone, welcome back to another video. As always, we're going to start off by hitting the blast cone to enable us to have an additional free Q stack to clear our raptors faster. I'm actually going to do a really weird clear where you start raptors and then you path up into your wolves and then your grump and then your blue and then you either recall or you go straight back to your red and clear your Krugs and then clear your raptors again, but my mid laner was very much struggling against the Diana matchup, so I actually came mid a couple of times to just make sure he was safe and didn't get dived under turret by the Diana, and help him push up the wave so he can still get XP and maybe get a good recall. Looking back on this video, I think starting my red and then going into Krugs and then helping my bot lane kill the enemy bot lane would have been a better idea because Tristana and Leona are so aggressive. They're definitely going to try to all in at level 2, and Tristana just naturally pushes the lane, so she has a priority and gets level 2 first, right? So I was pathing towards them, but I just didn't really expected them to be that aggressive at level 2. Diana attempts to kill the Yasuo here. She flashed into him to try to kill him, and luckily enough, he survived on 1 HP, and this kind of throws a little wrench in my plans of just full clearing on Gwen. Sometimes it's a good idea to just defend, so I come to his aid and make sure Diana doesn't kill him. I could have potentially ran her down, but the wave was too big and I was getting hit by it already, so I just played it safe and just help Yasuo clear the wave so he gets some gold and XP instead of just recalling and missing a huge wave like that. What I'm about to do is very stupid. Like, Diego has eyes. He probably saw me in mid lane helping the Yasuo out, and I have blue buff, so he knows that I'm going to pass my red buff, and stupid little me just goes there thinking he won't do that, right? Surely he won't. And yeah, he pops up and gets a free kill. My silly little death there didn't really upset me because the way Diego had us cured was funny. He almost messed up his flash and I almost got out of there alive. If I just dodged his Q, I think I would have lived that, and he would have wasted his flash and my ghost would be up in time for the next battle. Luckily enough, he decided not to take my camp, so actually I think that was smart because my bot lane would have collapsed on him and he doesn't have a flash to get out of there. It's not level 6 yet, so he has no ult to get out of there either. I would say this team comp is a dream team for Gwen because having a split pushing top laner that can also team fight like Garen is so good because it opens up so many options for Gwen. She can either team fight with him or she can divide and conquer, and we could like split push the top lane and then I split push the bottom lane, or help my team push mid lane. It's having a Garen or a Scion is actually really ideal if you're a Gwen jungler, and having a AD mid laner like Yasuo is a good thing for Gwen too, because if mid and jungle are AP, it's very hard to kill a mid laner because they can just build magic resistance. And even though Gwen has true damage on her Q, her ult and her E still do magic damage, so having enemies build magic resistance is still a good way to counter Gwen. And I love it when my support has engage and they're also a tank. I lost so many games because I just don't really know what to do with a Shaco support or a Heimerdinger support or Soraka or another enchanter support. It's very hard for me. I'm not very good mechanically. I think I have slow reflexes, so I'm working on that, and landing my Qs and Rs are still a bit of a struggle if I don't have anyone to lock them down, so I really enjoy it when I have like a tank engage for me to shine as Gwen jungle. I think Leona got a little too trigger happy here. She probably saw me near bot side for a good flank, but I really just wanted to clear the Gromp because Diego just died on his grubs, so taking away that camp before he respawns is beneficial for me, because more golden to me instead of Viego means that I will be the menace instead of Viego, since we both carry junglers. Yeah, they get the shutdown on Leona, which is a little unfortunate, but I still managed to help Tristana kill them. As Gwungle, just harassing bot lane is a good way to snowball yourself and get ahead, because they're also squishy and they're usually immobile, and you can just pluck their ghosts and chase them down after they use their CC. And in this case, we're gonna try to kill Tristana with her Q, and since she didn't have that, I could just run at them and kill them. I got so overwhelmed at this dragon fight because there were so many people in my face, and I did have smite up. I should have smited the dragon, but I was just focusing on trying to kill the Diana, the Jinx, and the Morgana. Fortunately, we do get the dragon, and we do get a double kill. After that dragon fight, I just recall to spend my gold, and then, of course, my laners are just fighting, having fun, and Tristana just annihilates the bot lane, and I was so worried. I was passing towards there to help her out if she needed any, but of course she didn't, because she is snowballing. Since their bot lane is dead, I walk into Viego's jungle to see if any camps are up, and then I see him just hitting his blue buff, and he's not smiting it, so I just smite it and walk away. And if it worked that time, I thought maybe, just maybe I could take his rafters, be a little greedy, and yeah, he punishes me for it. He just all-ins me, and I accidentally smited him instead of the raptor, because sometimes I'm bad. Not to worry. Yasuo finishes him off. I would have liked it if he rotated there sooner. I think if he used his tornado to walk him down, I probably could have killed Viego and walked away without a scratch. Okay, maybe I would have been beaten up. I had a lot of scratches from that fight. And yeah, not my proudest moment. You could probably see a pattern. I usually throw games. Well, not really throw games, I just throw my lead by trying to accelerate my lead by taking raptors. They're just so juicy. I love my raptors. And the enemy's raptors. Anyways, I take the dragon and I see Viego. He's doing the grubs, and like the second set of grubs do so much damage and they're so beefy and they take so long to take. So if you see a ward and you see the enemy jungler on them, you should try to punish them by rotating and killing them on them, and maybe just stealing one or two. They are such a bait, like, just go for it. Just go for it. Unless, of course, this makes sense to go for it. Like, let's say you're low and your teammates are recalling, then just ignore the enemy jungler doing the grubs. Just let them take all of it. It's not worth risking your own life over them. Anyways, here, I take Viego's Raptors, and I take the Rift Herald. And the Rift Herald isn't that great compared to other seasons. I do not like this Rift Herald at all. And yes, it stays in your inventory longer, and yes, it does give everyone an empowered recall, but it just does so little damage. I popped it out because my team was fighting the enemy team and a lot of them died. And their mid turret was looking pretty low, so I popped it and it looked like it was going to destroy it. And it eventually did, but just imagine if there was like no minion nearby, or the Rift Herald died sooner, it just wouldn't have killed their mid turret. It's just not a good objective in my opinion. I'd rather just go for the grubs instead of the Rift Herald, because at least the grubs let you get plates. I chose not to fight the Diana and Viego here because both of their ults do an insane amount of damage, so they would just one-shot me if I engaged on them, and I just fell back to farming my camps because my teammates are dead. There's no point in trying to push any lanes because they could just collapse on me and kill me. So I farm my camps, and then I prevent Trundle from taking our top turret. So the idea here was that I was going to do like an inline gank. Trundle uses his teleport, so I thought, you know, him coming back and then killing him right away would make him suffer. So I decided to stay, even though I have so much money, and in my inventory, but I have big beefy Garen to protect me. So we speed hit top turret, and their bot lane is pushed up mid. We have a natural flanking position to collapse on them from the enemy's top camps, top jungle, and we get a kill on Viego and the Jinx, and with them dead, we can just take all their resources, take their camps, and continue pushing bot and mid. There's only Diana, and Morgana's pretty low. She's pretty much out of the game for about 15-20 seconds, so we have a lot of time to just put in more resources towards our team. I ping my teammates to back away from the tier 2 turret, but things kind of get out of hand. People really want to fight, even though it's a bad idea, because Garen said their team is fresh out of base from dying, so they have spent money, our team doesn't. And the dragon's up, which I really want to prep for, so I want my team to recall, spend their money, and fight with fresh HP bars for this dragon, and things don't go as planned. Tristana has to recall, Yasuo dies. I rotate to my red buff in the hopes of maybe jumping over the wall and stealing it, but I don't really want to risk that, so the correct play for me here was to just rotate and respond to Trundle's push. So I got a quadra kill here, thanks to Leona. She really enabled Gwen to catch up to people. Leona does her EQ combo, stuns them, and then Gwen can do her EQ combo and kill them. So it's like a match made in heaven. And Leona is a very good meat shield. You could see that she stepped on the Jinx trap, so I could move forward and chase them down. I'm pretty sure my Garen is a little mad at me because I kept going into the lane he wanted to go to, and Trundle just kept getting free push and split pushing and taking our turrets. It's a little unfortunate. Tristana actually manages to kill Viego, and it's the funniest little scrap I've ever seen because she ults him away, and then since he's far away from her, he ults into her, but then since he uses gap close, he can't really like chase her down after she hops over him to gain some distance, and then yeah, he just ends up dying, and it's so funny. His death animation always makes me laugh. With Viego dead, that means our team gets a free Baron basically, since there's no fight on their team, and of course Gwen melts it really fast with 2, 3, and above items. And the enemy team actually spots us out, but they're a bit uncoordinated because Morgana and Jinx are, you know, on the other side of the Baron pit, and Diana's alone, and she tries to maybe get a kill with her ult, but as you may know, Gwen does counter Diana very well. Diana's ult sucks Gwen in, and then Gwen gets a free Q off and chunks her, and yeah, we kill Diana and we get the Baron, so it's looking good for my team. Yeah, I don't know what the Diana was thinking here, because this turret is definitely going to go. We have a huge wave of minions empowered by Baron buff, and there's 3 people just hitting it, and she has the bright idea to engage on all of us with her stopwatch and ults, and those are very valuable cooldowns that I wouldn't personally use in defending against a big push like this. I recall from my Death Cap fight, and I wasn't expecting my team to actually do the Drake without me, but at this point, like, my team is winning super hard, so we are basically in control of the entire map right now. We have all the push, we have all their camps, and we can claim all the objectives that spawn. Diana actually does a really good engage here. Last time she was by herself, but this time she has a Jinx and Morgana behind her, so she does get a kill on some of my teammates, and I almost actually die here. But of course, I have a big fat Garen who is my big juicy meat shield, and he blocks the Jinx's ult from executing me, and Jinx getting a shutdown on me is not good. Like, that is one way for them to claw back from behind. Yeah, using my ult in Diego back there was a bit overkill, so I just used the rest of my needles to clear the wave and push really fast. Garen dies trying to defend our base from Trundle, and Trundle, like, late in the game, he just smacks turrets really fast, so from his perspective, from the enemy team's perspective, one win con for them is to just stall out the game by whittling down our base, and hopefully maybe Jinx can scale and get back in the game. Yasuo does a crazy engage, he just flashes on the Jinx and ults her and CCs her, and then I follow up and then kill Diana, and since like a lot of their team is dead, we just get a second Baron off that. Even though Trundle teleports and continues to threaten our top side, we just brute force the Baron and recall to kill him off pretty fast. And afterwards, we rotate to the Dragon for the final Dragon fight. The enemy team is there, and we just turn on them because we are way stronger than them, and we end up getting a triple kill and acing them, and afterwards they just give up because they're dead, their death timers are so long, and we have Baron buff, so it's basically just game over for them. If you guys made it this far and thought this video was informative and entertaining, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and maybe even share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.